Well, hello beautiful souls, it's your girl Janae coming at you with another video, and as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be all about my favorite Clean Reserve fragrances. So if you guys want to see what are the best of the best from this house, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So if you are new to my channel, hello again. My name is Janae. Welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's get into it. Today's lip combo is real cute. I'm feeling this. Like, this might be, I don't know if I want to go for a pinky mauve, rosy mauve. Yeah. I started off with the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Very Berry, and then I followed up with my favorite, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet in the shade Rosy Mauve, and then I topped everything off with Fussy Flex from Fenty Beauty. This is the gloss bomb that has a swirl. So this is today's lip combo. First things first, shout out to Clean Reserve for partnering with me on today's video. First of all, y'all are the real ones, okay? Y'all are the real ones, and for my fam watching, okay, my beautiful souls that are watching this video, thank you so much, because if it weren't for y'all liking, following, commenting, okay, all that good stuff, then I wouldn't have opportunities like this. And I'm so grateful for you guys, and I'm grateful for Clean Reserve for trusting me, okay, and trusting my opinion, because I do have strong opinions. But these fragrances that I'm going to talk about today are bangers. I truly believe in each and every one of these, and I truly believe in the house of Clean Reserve, the Clean Classic line. I love the fact that they are simple, they are trusted, okay, because they got all the certifications. They're vegan, PETA certified, cruelty free, okay, they are eco-conscious, and I love that. Every single fragrance is created with a clean formula, and they're phthalate free, which a lot of fragrances are not phthalate free. So get into it. I would say with these fragrances that I'm going to talk to you guys about today, they pretty much tick all the boxes for me when it comes to like the uniqueness of the smell, and also the fragrance smelling good enough to be complimented. Some don't perform as well as others, which honestly, not everything should be beast mode in my opinion. You should have some variety, because there are certain times where a screaming fragrance is very inappropriate. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my scent of the day, well, part of my scent of the day, and that's Whipped Cherry. I already talked about this fragrance in depth, and this fragrance to me is a beautiful, warm, sweet, fruity fragrance. It has a creamy lactonic quality to it with some woodiness. It has some floral tones in there and a little bit of nuttiness. Again, I have a dedicated review on this one, so if y'all want to see like my in-depth thoughts, then y'all can check that video out. But this one, honestly, it's gorgeous. I really feel like if you're a gourmand lover and you want to smell yummy and irresistible, this is the fragrance that you should get. To me, it really gives off like a sexy vibe, but not too deep and dark. It still has that flirty nature to it. It has that bright fruitiness, but it's not too bright. This has pineapple, it has that wild cherry note, of course. And then as the fragrance dries down, that's where you start to get those delicious gourmand notes. You get some praline in here. You also get a little bit of this mimosa flower. It's really good. And then in the deep dry down, you get that cedar wood, you get some sandalwood, so you get that creaminess. But the main factor of the creaminess is that whipped vanilla. The whipped vanilla with that musk is pretty much what I get the most of. You do get a little bit of that cedar wood, but nothing too crazy. And I actually layered this with a woody fragrance that Clean Reserve has, and I feel like this is probably one of the most underrated fragrances from the house, and that is Sueded Oud. I'm going to talk to you guys about this a little bit later, but this is my combo of today. So go ahead and leave your scent of the day or night down below, because I would absolutely love to know. I love the chit chat, I love the dialogue, I love adding the fragrances that y'all are wearing to my wish list or to my to try list, and I love going back and forth. So yeah, this is my combo today, and I would say Whipped Cherry for me personally has the best performance out of all the fragrances in the Clean Reserve line, because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they have a higher concentration of perfume oil in here, because it performs. When I say it performs, she's the Beyonce of the group, baby. Ain't nobody stealing her shine. Okay, so staying in the same vein of the fruity florals, I have different categories. I have fruity florals, I have floral, musky, floral, solar fragrances. Of course, I have clean, fresh fragrances, and then I have that woody fragrance. So I think Clean Reserve has something for everyone, to be completely honest. Depending on what vibe you're feeling, what mood you're in, they have something for you. And the fact that this is a clean brand really does it for me. So next we have Sparkling Sugar. When this fragrance came out, I lost it. That's actually how I got in contact with Clean Reserve, because I bought a travel spray of this because I could not leave Sephora without this bottle in some capacity. I posted about it, and you know, it's been vibes ever since. This fragrance is a beautiful, fresh, sweet, fruity, sugary, gourmand fragrance. You get like a beautiful musky tone to it and a deep dry down as well. I cannot stop talking about Sparkling Sugar. I put so many people on. I've done, you know, surprise giveaways, open giveaways, and I love letting people experience this fragrance because it is so freaking good. Like, it is the perfect, like, sugary, sweet, fruity fragrance for the spring, summertime. I cannot get enough. But then the muskiness really draws you in, and this can be a little bit more cozy. So I think Sparkling Sugar is that girl for a good reason, and for me, she's definitely in my top 3. So yeah, like, she's one of the best in my opinion. Whipped Cherry did knock her out of the #1 spot, but she is still #2 in my heart. Sparkling Sugar opens up with some cassis berries, so that's where you get some fruitiness. You also get some ambrette seeds in here as well, which kind of gives like a musky tone. But then when the fragrance dries down, that's where you get that peach nectar, and then you also get some jasmine with that pink sugar note. That pink sugar note is where all of that sugary, delicious, you know, gourmandness comes from, is that pink sugar accord along with the cassis berries and of course that peach nectar. Okay, like, I love the way that this fragrance opens up and when it dries down. But the deep dry down is where the magic happens. You get some blonde woods, that tonka bean that's in there adds a little bit of depth. It also adds sweetness and a little bit of powderiness, and then you also get some white musk in there. So to me, this stays fresh, it stays fruity, it stays sweet and sugary, but then when it dries down, it does get a little bit more, let's say, woody and a little bit fresher because of that white musk and the blonde woods, but it's not too heavy or too deep, which is why I feel like this is great for like spring, summer, because it's still very light and refreshing, but then you get that sweet, delicious gourmand touch. Whipped Cherry is completely different. This is definitely giving gourmand. This is giving, I smell good, I smell delicious, I smell like a treat, but I do still smell like an adult, which is something I really enjoy about Miss Whipped Cherry. So yeah, Sparkling Sugar, still in my top. Really love this. If you love a good fruity floral, but you want it to be very sugary, then I think Sparkling Sugar is the girl for you. Okay, next. This fragrance, honestly, I don't want to tell you guys the notes because the notes really don't do this fragrance justice. This is my 3rd favorite out of the entire line, and this is Skin. This is probably one of their most popular fragrances, I guess, besides Sparkling Sugar, and I know Whipped Cherry is gonna blow everything up, but Skin to me is just a beautiful, warm, sweet, floral, musky fragrance. It has a little bit of sweetness to it, just a little bit, but this to me is like the perfect skin scent, like your skin but better. It smells like fresh, clean skin that has a little bit of sweetness to it. So if you washed your hair with like a sweet shampoo and it has like lingering sweetness in the background, but really you get a lot of that muskiness, you get a lot of that freshness, you get a lot of that warmth. And for me, what I get the most, of course, is the musk. I also get that praline accord because the praline to me really adds to that depth, that warmth, and that sweetness. And then you get some ambrette seeds in here as well that also adds a little bit more muskiness. I really enjoy this fragrance, to be completely honest. And if you love a good skin scent, or if you can't wear a fragrance, or if you like to wear fragrances but like they bother you, this is the perfect fragrance because it does not bother you at all. It's like there but it's not there. You get little whiffs of it and you're like, wow, that smells like just really good. Like, you don't even know what it smells like, it just smells good, and that's what Skin is, and I really enjoy that. This is my designated airport scent because I know some people are a little bit more sensitive to fragrances than others, sensitive to smells, and some smells can be very overwhelming. So being in such close quarters with other people, I find that Skin, the Reserve blend, really just works well for me. I love the travel spray. I love taking full bottles as well. I just douse myself in it. I love the action of spraying fragrances as well, so this gives me my fix, and I'm not too overwhelming, but I still smell good and nice and clean and fresh, but not fresh as in like soap or laundry, fresh as in like a fresh musk. So yeah, love that, love this, and this is my 3rd favorite from the house. Okay, going down the list now, these next 4 aren't, I guess they are in my top, but they don't really hold a torch to my top 3. I really enjoy all of these, but my top 3 are my babies for life. And this next fragrance I feel like is one that a lot of people enjoy from the house, and I do too. That's why it's in the number 4 spot for me, because I enjoy it, I like it, I love to wear it. This is also a great airport scent as well, but I find this to be a perfect spring summer scent. This is Radiant Nectar, and Radiant Nectar to me is just a beautiful floral, musky, fruity fragrance, but I wouldn't say the fruitiness isn't too intense. It's like slightly there. This has like a honeyed vibe to it, like a floral honeyed tone, which is why I feel like this is extremely feminine. It's very feminine. It's perfect for the springtime. You know, you're finally getting out, it's warming up, you've been in the house for the last 4 months or whatnot because it's been really cold, and now the days are warming up, you want to get outside, you want to run errands, and this is just a great one to grab. Or if you want just like a pick-me-up, this is a great pick-me-up fragrance. So with this, it opens up with some ambrette seeds and some pear nectar. To me, it really just opens up a little bit fruity, and then as the fragrance dries down, you get some orris butter with some ambroxan, you get a little bit of muskiness. So with all that being said, I really feel like this fragrance is for the girl or guy who wants to smell musky but also a little bit fruity but a little bit floral. I think mainly like floral musk, but this does have a little bit of a fruity nuance to it as well. I think this wears beautifully on the skin. This is a little bit more airy than the first 3 that I talked about, so this is a little bit more airy like skin, but it has a little bit more fruitiness, but more of like a honeyed fruitiness in my opinion. That's just how I perceive the fragrance, and I think it's really beautiful. I think it's very, very nice to wear whenever you're running errands or just doing something very light and fresh. But if you are in the healthcare field or something like that, and you just don't want to wear like a fresh and clean fragrance or a skin musk type of fragrance, you can wear something like this. You get a little bit of a floral tone in there as well, but you still get that muskiness, which really isn't that offensive to a lot of people, and you can spray a lot. So that's something that I love. These bottles are relatively affordable and they're recyclable, so that's something that I really enjoy. And this one in particular, I think is just a nice, easy reach fragrance. Definitely signature scent worthy, especially if you like those floral, musky, a little fruity type of fragrance with like a honeyed tone to it. Now this fragrance to me is not for everyone, but the market that this is for, you know. This is Solar Bloom, and to me this is a very solar, salty, floral fragrance with some musky qualities. You're gonna see a lot of similarities with these fragrances because Clean Reserve loves their musk, okay? They love their musk. They love that musky, fresh, skin-like type of musk. Sometimes it goes a little bit fresh and soapy, but for the most part, they like that skin-like musk, and it doesn't go too animalic, which is something that I really enjoy because I'm not a fan of like animalic body odor type of musks. I'm into more of like your skin but better, but like you have clean skin, not you've been outside all day and you've been sweating, you know? So Solar Bloom has that solar, warm, enveloping, salty, beachy type of vibe to it. And I don't reach for this one often, but when I do, I kind of get that kick, right? It's not too intense, but it is there. And if you don't know what like a solar note is, it's supposed to mimic how your skin smells while it's outdoors in the sun. So it has that warmth to it, that sunny nature to it, which I think some people really enjoy, especially for the summertime. This is a great summertime fragrance or spring summer fragrance depending on where you live. So when this fragrance opens up, you get a lot of citrus. You get some bergamot and some mandarin, but you also get this white floral note of freesia, which I think adds to the freshness of this fragrance. And then as the scent dries down, you get some orange blossom and some jasmine. Now this has a unique note of coconut water, vetiver, along with some ambroxan, and a really, really funny note of charcoal. Don't know where the charcoal came from, but I think that's really, really funny that this has a charcoal in the base. But I think this is really pretty. I think that if you love you a good floral and you want you a radiant like solar floral, I think you'll really enjoy this fragrance. I think the solar floral in here is that jasmine, because a lot of times jasmine is what's used in those more solar fragrances. So Solar Bloom for my solar fragrance lovers. Now part 2 of my combo is Sueded Oud. Now this has so many notes, but I will tell you that this scent is a dry woody fragrance, but it has this beautiful resinous quality to it. It's very deep and resinous and rich. You get birchwood in here, you get some red pimento, but you also get some incense in the opening, so you already know it's smoky, it's woody, and it's a little bit spicy. And then as the fragrance dries down, you start to get those resins like fir balsam, but then you also get some night blooming jasmine, and to me that's where the magic happens. You also get some oud in here as well, which is really cool for a clean brand. And then in the deep dry down, you get some more resinous notes like some olibanum, you get some musk in here, you also get some praline, some patchouli, and you get some suede. So you get a lot of those deeper notes, and I think Sueded Oud with whipped cherry is absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoy wearing them together and by themselves. This to me is the darkest fragrance that Clean Reserve has, probably the most masculine, but I still find this to be extremely gender fluid, and the fact that this is from the Clean Reserve line, I find that it layers beautifully with other Clean Reserve fragrances. But now that I have Miss Whipped Cherry, this is going to be the designated combo for me. I've tried Sueded Oud with sparkling sugar, and to me it kind of brought sparkling sugar down a little bit, and I don't want that. But with the Whipped Cherry, it has those gourmand facets, and then you have those resinous, drier, woodier, smokier vibes with Sueded Oud that they just work beautifully together. So if you have these, please try them out. If not, girl, go get the travel sprays, because I'm telling you it's going to be worth a whiff, especially if you like something unique. Try these two together. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. And when it comes to performance for Sueded Oud, surprisingly, this does have great longevity, but the projection isn't as intense as you would think. It does smell incredible, but it doesn't really project as loudly as Miss Whipped Cherry here. So that's why I like the combo, and it works beautifully together. Last but not least, we have another classic from the brand, one that I love wearing to go to the gym, run errands, just do anything. And this might be my biggest dent, because I do like to wear this to the gym. Between this and Skin, I would say are my biggest dents. Radiant Nectar has a nice little dent too. We have Warm Cotton. Warm Cotton. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys the notes on this one either, because to me the notes don't really matter like Skin, because it doesn't really change how this smells. Honestly, this to me is a fresh floral aldehydic fragrance, but when I say aldehydic, I don't mean like a Chanel No. 5. It doesn't give vintage, it just gives extremely fresh, like fresh laundry. This smells like soap. And I know Clean Classic has a soap fragrance, but this to me smells like soap and laundry detergent together. Like if you had like a very intense laundry detergent, but the powder, you know, the liquid don't be hitting, but the powder, like the laundry detergent powder, that's what this is. If you want to smell extremely fresh to the point where people are like, wow, what laundry detergent are you using, because I need it, that's what Warm Cotton is. I love wearing this to the gym, especially when like in the middle of the summer, I'm like, I don't want to smell a fruit in sight. I want to smell fresh, and that's what Warm Cotton is. This does perform pretty well for this to be a fresh fragrance, and I just love it. Like I really enjoy how this smells. I love how it wears on my skin. I love that this smells like laundry detergent, and I do like to wear this on the plane as well, so you get the action of spraying on a fragrance without being offensive to anyone. Like everyone loves a good fresh laundry scent, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to smell fresh and clean, like clean laundry, but you need to clean your skin and your body as well, okay, please, thank you, this is the one that you should get. This is Warm Cotton, the Reserve blend, because there is a classic blend as well. So really enjoy this baby right here. All right, y'all, so I hope you all enjoyed my rundown of my favorite Clean Reserve fragrances in their line. I'm telling you, it's a little bit of something for everyone. This isn't every single fragrance from their line, but there are 4 fragrances that I did not mention, and those are citrusy, fresh, green fragrances, and I really like the ones that I showed y'all today. I like those too, like those, but I really enjoy these or love these, and I think that, you know, it's just great to see someone talk about different types of fragrances that this house has, because a lot of people don't even know what Clean Reserve has to offer. So if you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me until the end or whatnot. And for today's video, go ahead and leave me the soap emoji so I know you guys made it until the end. We're talking about Clean Reserve, and that's clean, okay? So make sure you leave me the soap emoji so I know you guys made it until the end. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next one.